This is giving very luxe, to be honest. What is up, everybody? If you are new here, welcome. My name is Jessica from Etta Jane's Vintage, and here on this channel we like to focus on thrifting, vintage, sustainable fashion, and a little bit of random content in between. If that is something that you're interested in, then you've definitely come to the right place. And before we even jump into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Now, this is my first video of the new year, so welcome to 2022. I have seen a few thrifters on YouTube do similar videos where they show their different collections, whether it's like a blazer collection or a coat collection or denim collection that is thrifted or purchased secondhand. So I wanted to come here today to do the same thing with you all and show you some of the coats and jackets that I have thrifted, either from thrift stores or vintage stores or maybe online like Poshmark or eBay. And these coats, some of them you may have seen in recent thrift hauls. Some of them I've had for maybe like 10 years, so you may not have seen them yet. But these are some of the favorites that I have. I do have a few more that I probably won't be able to show you because they're in Detroit and I'm in California, so you won't be able to see them today. And then I have a few over off to the side that I wasn't able to fit on the rack, but I'll pull those over so you can see them as well. So enough with the talking, let's jump into the first item. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is an army jacket. And I think if you are a pretty avid thrifter, this is something that is super easy to find. This one, I do have some patches on here. If you saw my Black Business thrift haul, maybe the very first one that I did, I also talked about like these patches and pins. But I really love this jacket because it is, of course, like a military style jacket, but it's also super heavyweight. It does have a hood in here, and I can go ahead and try it on so you all can see what it looks like. This is good for like fall weather. I know we are in winter now, so this may not be something that you would wear during the winter time unless maybe you live in Southern California. But this jacket is just so cute. This is how it looks on. It is a little bit long, so it does hit a little bit above my knee. It has buttons here and then zippers, and yeah, just overall a cool casual army jacket feel. And I did keep the patch here on the arm, and then I just have my pins as well as my patches here on the jacket. So this is the first one. Okay, the next one that I'm going to show you came from Poshmark. This one I bought, I believe, last year. I was looking for a pink leather jacket in the thrift stores, and it was really hard for me to find one that was unique and also in really good quality. So I bought this one off Poshmark, and it is a Wilson's leather jacket. It is a shorter, kind of cropped, but not exactly cropped. And then it does have this cute tie belt around the waist. This one, I have not worn it yet, to be honest. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to style it. So I still have not taken that chance to wear it yet, but this is how she looks on. It is, again, this kind of like bolero almost style, but not quite. When you tie the belt on, it does give you this like peplum feel, and then it does have the shoulder pads here, so it gives you a nice exaggerated shoulder. The jacket is super cute. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I want to style it. If you have some ideas on how I can style this jacket, let me know down in the comments below. And the next jacket is another shorter style leather, well, suede jacket. It is in this tan color, tan suede. It does have the nice Sherpa, which is super popular right now, but even the lining is like that too. And the other cool thing about this one is it has a removable shoulder pad, so you can just take the shoulder pads out if you feel like it's giving too much. This one I have worn a few times, and this is how this one looks on. It is super heavy too, so you definitely could wear this in some really cool weather. But yeah, this one is also Super cute. The nice thing about doing a video like this is I actually get the chance to just look at all of the things that I have. You know, when stuff is like in a closet or in a box or wherever, you kind of forget what you have and all the gems that you have. So I'm really happy I'm doing this video so I can get to see all the stuff that I have, as well as you getting the opportunity to see all the stuff that I've thrifted as well. So the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jackets are actually going to be black leather or suede. This may be an opportunity for me to figure out which ones I need to get rid of, but they all are a little bit different. So I'm going to go with that so that I can keep all of them, because I really do like all of the jackets and they serve different purposes. But let me stop talking because you'll see once I start trying them on. So the first black leather jacket that I'm going to show you, this is actually a newer one that I picked up, and I believe you all may have seen this one in a recent haul that I did maybe like 2 thrift hauls ago. And this one came from Salvation Army. This was during their $2 sale, so they were selling this one for $35.99. I still have the tag on there. I don't know if you can see that. But they were selling this one for $35.99 and I got it for $2. And it is a little bit more of a fitted style, which I like. It is by the brand Leather Limited and a size medium. It also has a lining that you can take out. So this is the jacket. Again, it does have this more like fitted bomber style, which I do like. I do have some oversized leather jackets too, so I needed something that was a little bit more fitted, and this one is perfect. It has the snaps and zippers on the sleeves, and then it does have this belt here that you can attach at the bottom. I'm not gonna do that, of course, but you can also zip it as well if you wanted to wear it zipped. And this is how it looks in the back. But really just a staple that everybody needs in their closet is just a black leather jacket, especially if you have like a bomber or moto style jacket like this one. That's perfect. And the next jacket that I am going to show you, and you probably have seen this before. If you haven't watched my older thrift haul videos, you should definitely check them out because I have so many gems in those videos. And if I can figure out which video this one is linked in, then I will link it down below. But this is a Wilson's leather jacket. It is, I think, a men's jacket because it's a medium, but it is super oversized, or at least oversized on me, so I'm assuming that it is a men's medium. It is, again, like this motorcycle style jacket, and it has the orange lining. This one is not vintage. I believe it actually is fairly new. And when I bought this jacket, I bought it at Salvation Army when they were having their like Halloween items out, and this was one of the jackets that was in the Halloween section. I did pay like 40 bucks for this, but for a jacket, a Wilson's leather jacket, especially a motorcycle style jacket that is almost brand new, that was a really good price. I do remember when I bought the jacket that it still had the tags in the pocket, so struggling. I don't think anyone even ever wore this jacket, so I love this one, especially if I'm really trying to go for a super relaxed kind of fit. It is, again, different than the first one because the first one is a lot more fitted, and again, this one gives you that like relaxed, oversized type of feel, especially if you want to wear even like a big t-shirt like this and jeans. I think it's perfect to style this jacket with. You also can just sling it over your shoulders. Let's say if you have on like a cute little slip dress or something like that, you can just throw this over the shoulders and keep it moving. So this, again, is another one of my favorites, and I do get a lot of wear out of this one, especially in the cooler months. So I will be wearing this a lot over the next few months. Okay, the next suede black jacket is this cropped fringe suede black jacket. It does have the fringe here across the back, and then also the fringe here across the front. This one I believe I picked up from a Buffalo Exchange it was either a Buffalo Exchange or a Crossroads, one of those stores. But sometimes they will have a vintage section or some areas where they will have some vintage items. So that is where I picked this jacket up. I believe when I bought this one, I paid maybe like 20 bucks for it. So it definitely was a good price. And this is how it fits. It does have a little button here at the bottom if you want to go ahead and close that up, but usually I just wear it open. Also maybe like pulling the sleeves up. And this is how it looks in the back. Again, it is a little bit shorter, so that's good for like going out, or even if you're wearing like some high-rise jeans, kind of like these ones that I have on right now, you can definitely style it with that. But yes, this is my first of many fringe jackets that you will see today. I think I have a few that are not even on this rack, so needless to say, I have an obsession with fringe jackets. I mean, who doesn't, right? Right, the next jacket that I'm going to show you is this leather and suede fringe jacket. Again, this one is different, so don't come for me in the comments. If you can see, this one does have the pattern leather here, and then it also has the fringe as well as these little Western style buttons here. The fringe also goes across the back. It doesn't have any closures. I guess maybe you could tie this together to close it, but I probably would never wear it closed. This one I have not worn yet. This is also a recent thrift find. If you follow me on Instagram, you maybe saw me post this jacket in my stories because I was trying to figure out if I should keep it or if I should sell it. If I don't end up wearing it this winter season, I might end up putting it on my shop, but I'm going to give it a little bit of time just to figure out if it's something that I really am going to wear or something that I really like. This one was also a little bit more on the pricey side. I believe I paid, well, it was, I think $45, but it was a sale that day. So I think I ended up paying like $35 or something like that for it, which is still a really, really good price for something like this and this quality. As you can see on the back, the fringe here, it is a little bit of a longer line jacket, so it covers your butt, which is good in some cases. And yeah, it's just super cute. Again, this like Western style feel, maybe even giving like a little bit of 70s vibes. And you know, we love some good fringe. So this is the second fringe jacket that I showed you. Actually, the next jacket that I'm going to show you is fringe as well. So let me go ahead and pull that one out. Okay, so the next jacket that I'm going to show you again is also a fringe jacket. This one is in black. And the reason why this one is different than the others is because one of them I have is cropped. The other one that I have is leather and suede, and this one is just fully suede. This one actually is probably my favorite out of the three. It does have a lot of this heavy fringe detail on the back as well as on the bottom of the jacket. It has it on the shoulders, also here coming down the sleeve, it has a lot of fringe there, and then it has the fringe here on the front. This one also has these little toggles here which you can use to close the jacket. And this is maybe the second fringe jacket that I purchased. The first one was the crop one. This one was the second one, and this one I got in Kansas City, actually from, I think this one came from a Buffalo Exchange too. So maybe check your Buffalo Exchanges to see if you can find these cool fringe jackets. But this one I love, absolutely love, and it is very heavy. So if you are traveling with a jacket like this, you probably need to wear it because it is going to add pounds to your luggage, something that I learned. But this one, again, it is a little bit more of this like oversized fit. The fringe just gives you like all the movement you could ever need. The sleeves are a little bit long, but I don't mind that at all. And yeah, this one may be one of my favorite ones on the rack, and I wear this jacket all the time. So if you again have seen any of my pictures, you maybe have seen me style this jacket, or if you know me in real life, I'm sure you've seen me wear this jacket as well. But yes, again, this is one of my favorites. It does not have a brand, so I don't know who makes the jacket, and I believe this one cost me maybe like $40 as well. So that was a really good price for something of such good quality. I mean, this jacket, it probably is like 5 pounds, to be honest. But moving on to the next one, or you know what, maybe I should show you another fringe jacket that I have that's not hanging here on the rack, so just give me 1 second. So this one I don't have on a hanger, but it is this brown suede fringe jacket. It does have these cool little like fasteners, I don't know what you call that, on the front, and that is how you close the jacket. It has the fringe here on the front as well as on the front pockets, and then it has the fringe here on the back as well. And this jacket was just a random find. I actually bought this one on OfferUp. And OfferUp is not really a site where I think you find a lot of like vintage items, but I actually was looking for some like home decor, and randomly this was at a point where I was like buying so many fringe jackets, and I happened to just search that and came across this one, and I believe this one was only like $10. It was super cheap. So when I saw it on ThredUp, I'm like, it could be like super damaged or stained, or maybe it has like that weird vintage smell. But because it was only 10 bucks and it was being shipped from California, I was like, well, I'll take a chance. And when it came, I'm like, this is in perfect condition. Again, it has the fringe here on the sleeves, and definitely way better looking than I thought it was going to look compared to the picture. So this was definitely a good chance that I took by buying this online. And again, I mean, who doesn't love a fringe jacket? And you know, I have so many black ones, so I needed a brown one to kind of round out my collection. So this is the one that I have, at least right now. I may end up with another one, but so far this is the brown fringe jacket that I have. Next jacket that I'm going to show you is this leather trench coat. I also bought this one from Goodwill, I believe. I don't shop a lot at Goodwill because I feel like their vintage is not that great. They do a lot more like modern clothing, but I happened to be in there one day, and I believe this might have been in the Halloween section as well when they did do separate Halloween. But it is this vintage leather trench coat, and it is by Wilson's. I don't know if y'all can see that tag there, but it is a vintage Wilson's leather trench coat in this really pretty like butterscotch kind of color. I mean, you could also maybe call it cognac as well, but it does have, I believe there was one button that was a little bit chipped. Oh yeah, there's a button here that was chipped a little bit, but I didn't mind that at all. It does also have an inside pocket, and let me try it on so you all can see how it fits. It is a little bit more fitted, which I also don't mind. And then it does come with the belt, so you can just tie it up. I haven't had an opportunity to wear this one yet either, and I can back up a little bit so you all can see what that looks like. I may put a cutaway somewhere here on the screen so you get the full view of what the entire jacket looks like. But this one again is super cute. The tag looks very old, so I think it may be like 70s for sure. But yeah, this one I love, and you cannot go wrong with a leather trench coat. I think I do have another, I have another leather trench coat here on the rack that I will end up showing you as well. But this one is just so cool. Like, I couldn't believe that I found this one, and I believe this one was $20. I don't have anything on this rack that cost me over 50 bucks. So that is one thing about thrifting jackets and coats, is sometimes you may end up paying a little bit more than you would just like your normal thrifted clothing items. But honestly, when you look at the quality and the things that I have on this rack, like, nobody else probably has a lot of this stuff that I have on this rack. And it's the thing about just being unique and different and finding things that nobody else will have. And also a lot of these clothes tell a story, so I am very happy to have them. This next jacket is one that I thrifted, and I hold it back so you can see here. But it is this another trench coat. It does have the fur collar here. as you can see. It also has this cool belt here with a metal clasp. And then this is how the back of the jacket looks. It does also have this like Sherpa lining in the inside. So this jacket is very warm. For a while, I couldn't fit this jacket because, you know, your girl had gained some weight. And I had this jacket for probably over 10 years or maybe about 10 years. So it fit a little bit better when I got it, but I just can't let it go. So this is how it fits right now. I mean, it fits a little bit better than it did maybe about a year ago. So this is the jacket. Again, comes with this super cute belt. It has these leather accents on it and then the fur collar. This is giving very luxe, to be honest. I love this coat and I probably will never get rid of it. The brand is Main Street by Tom Fallon. I don't know if you can see that here. But yeah, this coat, again, I think I mentioned that I got it thrifting when I was in college in Lansing. So this is a good find and something that I will keep forever. Next jacket that I'm going to show you is a London Fog trench coat. And for all my thrifters out there, this is like a thrifting staple. Everybody that thrifts on a regular basis probably has a vintage London Fog trench coat because you can really just find them at all times. To be honest though, I feel like it's harder for me to find them or ones that are of really good quality. So this is one that I thrifted a few years ago. It does have, again, this kind of like Sherpa lining that you can remove. And yeah, it's just your basic trench coat. Trench coats are one thing that you can always find at the thrift store, even if it's not London Fog. I probably would never buy a trench coat from like a store, online or department store or whatever, because I feel like you can always find them at the thrift store. I'll pop up a picture here somewhere on the screen so you can see me actually styling this coat too. But a trench coat is definitely a staple in your closet, especially around the springtime and maybe even the fall. If you have one that has the lining in the inside, you can wear it when the weather gets a little bit colder too. All right, next thing is another wardrobe staple, and it is a wool coat. This is like a wool trench or pea coat. I don't know, do people still call them pea coats? But this is another wool coat. This is a Jones, New York coat that I thrifted probably about 2 years ago now. And this one came from a thrift store here in Los Angeles. And I believe this one was somewhere like around 10 bucks. It was super cheap, however much it was. And this is how the coat fits. I love that it has these shoulder pads in there. So it definitely is probably from the 90s. And it is a really good length and fit. It does have a button here if you want to close it, but usually I just wear it open, just like this. And again, a wool trench is something that everybody needs in their closet. So if you don't have one, you probably need to hit up your local thrift store and see what they have. And the next jacket that I'm going to show you is something that is a little bit more sporty. And it is this green jacket. It is kind of like that, I don't know, swishy material. So it is water repellent. It does have a fleece lining. And what's cool about it is this part on the back. It says Westridge, probably like a school. This looks like a jacket that maybe somebody had when they were playing sports. It even does have the person's name on the tag, which is kind of funny. And this is by the brand True West, which is made in Huntington Beach. And this is a jacket that I like to wear if I'm trying to give kind of like a street style look. So this is how it looks on. This is the back. It does also have a little hood here, so you know, if it's raining, you'll be protected. And then it has an elastic here on the sleeves, as well as a drawstring for the hood. So yeah, this one is super cute. It's a lot different than some of the other ones that I have here, but My style is so fluid. Like, I just buy what I like. I don't really have a particular aesthetic. So this is also a good addition to my closet, and one that I will be keeping for a long time. And that one I think I picked up at the Goodwill bins, which if you don't know what the Goodwill bins are, I'm sure you can look up a video and figure out what it is. But essentially it's like a big warehouse with all of like the last chance items from the Goodwill. So they throw them all in bins and you kind of just go through everything, and they weigh your items by the pound. So that is where I got that jacket from. Okay, the next jacket that I'm going to show you is actually not on the rack, but if you watched my, maybe it was my fall trends videos last year, well actually 2020, I think it was 2020, I showed you all this jacket that I purchased from online vintage shop. She actually is on Instagram, but I don't think she's on Instagram anymore. I think she closed her shop. But it is this red vinyl trench coat. It is from Venezia. Let me get up a little bit closer. Maybe y'all can see that. And you can even see that it still had the little hang tag piece on there. So nobody probably ever wore this jacket. It is a little bit noisy, but I'm still going to try it on for you all to see, and I'll pop up another image here somewhere on the screen so you can see how it looks full length. But this jacket is so cute. It is very like 90s vibes, especially with the red and the vinyl. So I really like it. I also have not had a chance to wear it yet, but I'm gonna wear all my stuff at some point. I just need to find the right fits, and once we can like start going places a little bit more, because you know things are a little crazy right now, then maybe I'll get a chance to get some wear out of this one. And this was even in a size 26, 28. So you all already know that with thrifting, don't even pay attention to the sizes, because things can fit so many different ways depending on the era that it came out in, or the fabric, or the designer. So definitely just try stuff on and see if you like the way it fits. Okay, the next one that I am going to show you is, you may have seen this jacket before as well, but if not, it is this full length white fur jacket. It is faux fur, and this one is by the brand Donna Lucci. Let me take it off the hanger so I can show you all the tag. Sorry, the light is like washing it out. I think you can see it now. But it's by the brand Donna Lucci, and I absolutely love this coat. I will pop up a few pictures because I wear this coat all the time in the winter. I know in California it does not get necessarily cold enough to wear a coat like this, at least not in Southern California, but that does not stop me from wearing my fur coats. I am originally from the Midwest, so Detroit, you know we love a good fur. But I mean, just look at this jacket. She's giving. She is definitely giving. And this comes down to like my ankles, so this is definitely going to keep you warm in the winter time. I absolutely love this coat. I bought this one maybe about 5 years ago now from a thrift store out here actually, and this one was, I think it was only 20 bucks, which is crazy to think that a coat like that would be only $20. Even when you look on like your fast fashion sites, if you want a faux fur coat, especially if it is long, it's going to cost you anywhere between like 60 to maybe like 200 bucks depending on who makes it. So to get that coat for 20 bucks, it was vintage, there's no shedding, it didn't have a weird smell, there were no stains, it was really in perfect condition. Was definitely a steal. Whew. Your girl is like getting tired now, trying on all these coats and doing all this talking, but we have finally made it to our last and final coat. This is one of my most recent purchases that I actually bought on Poshmark. I got it in the mail, I would say last week, and I've already worn it. That's how thirsty I was to get it. But it is this black leather trench coat. This coat is in such good condition. It's always kind of hard when you're buying vintage leather pieces online, because sometimes they can have that weird smell, or they might have these like paint splatters or just weird things going on with it. And sometimes the sellers won't always tell you about the flaws, and when you get it, it's like, oh shoot, like how do I get rid of this? But this one looks like nobody ever wore it, to be honest. It does have this fur collar, which I'm not sure if the fur is faux or real. Trying to see if there's a tag on here. Oh yeah, here's a tag. Let me see if it says. It doesn't say what type of fur, but it does say to clean the fur at a furrier, so it could be real, it could be faux. But the other cool thing about this jacket is that the fur is detachable, so you can see it has these buttons here that you just take those off, and then you can remove the fur. And yeah, this jacket is everything. I mean, look at that. Like, is she not giving looks? Honestly. And then it does have a belt, so you can just go ahead, close it, tie it. It does also have these like black buttons here, which are also really cute. And this jacket cost me, I want to say like 30 or 40 bucks, whatever it was super cheap. I think they originally had it listed for like 65, which was still a really good price. But on Poshmark, if you shop on Poshmark, sometimes when you like items or add them to your favorites, the seller will send you an offer for a cheaper price, and that was what happened with that jacket. So she sent me an offer for a cheaper price, had to discount the shipping, and I bought it right away. So I am very, very, very pleased with that jacket, and I was looking for a leather trench with a fur collar, which we all know are kind of in style right now. So this is real leather, it's vintage, it may or may not be real fur, but it's in such good condition. So that was a really, really good find. All right, so we have come to the end of the video. This was actually so much fun, being able to just go through some of my vintage and thrifted coats that I own, and just seeing my collection and how it's grown over the years. So I'm super excited to get to wear some of these now that I can actually see what all that I have. Let me know down below in the comments which one was your favorite. And I'm thinking about maybe doing a video like this, but showing you all my thrifted blazers. So also let me know in the comments if that's something that you would want to see as well. All right, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Until next time, bye.